that's on your guys' page from your web page. And you got some cool stuff out there. So thanks for making those like neat, fun artworks. And I'm still, when the COVID's over, I'm getting a pass.
So Mike, you're an artist too?
Yeah, I dabble.
You dabble.
I redid our presentation, so you'll see a little bit of that, but just from whatever we did yesterday to today. So yeah.
Okay, cool. So you do your self tats there?
Well, the designs, yeah.
That must hurt like hell to have it on your neck.
Yeah, it does. I don't recommend it.
Huh. Well, cool. Who else do you think we're getting on? Some of the other contestants, or because we've got like a pretty decent judging crew here to listen. What do you think, Veronica? I mean, you are in charge, in fact, so.
I'm a little worried that we won't get very many people on. I just forwarded you all an email that the WTBC desk got. So I'm not sure who's the next because Kellen just emailed us, but hopefully we'll get some more people in here in the next 10 minutes. And if not, Denise is going to get extra special attention today. I'll probably stay on just to see if anyone comes and they just couldn't come at the beginning.
Okay.
We knew that Stephanie might be a little bit late based on her work schedule, so we shouldn't wait for her to get started.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I heard back from anyone else though. I think Kevin Goggles might be on too.
Yeah, Kevin's and Red is supposed to be here too, right, Sarah? Or am I incorrect?
Correct.
And Taylor. So everybody minus Kellen has expressed the intention to be here.
Okay, well that works. Okay. We'll just give it a couple more minutes. Does anybody have plans for Memorial Day?
I'm going to stay at home.
Same. Big plans. Pretty exciting.
Yeah, do something totally different. I might, go in the basement for a while and lift weights or something. I don't know. Same stuff.
I'm gonna do a Murph on Memorial Day, Veronica. That's what I'm gonna do. Not for time though, just to survive. I just wanna like live through it, and then if I'm alive after it, then it'll be fine.
What is it?
Next year.
We're gonna do
So
Murph.
Okay. Denise, you tell her what the Murph is.
It's a 1 mile run, and then you do 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 air squats, and then you end with a mile run.
Well, that sounds like an accomplishment.
Yeah, definitely deserve your meal after.
So you run a mile, 100 pull-ups,
Yep,
100 push-ups,
200,
200,
and then 300 air squats.
300 air squats. So that would kill
And then
me.
you run a mile again.
Oh yeah, great. After doing the 300 air squats, yeah, okay.
Yeah, there's options to scale it. So like you can partition the in between. So there's this workout called Cindy. So you do like 5 pull-ups, 10 push-ups, and then 15 air squats. And if you do 20 rounds of that, that equals that. And then you can break it up like that.
Are you doing it?
The middle.
Are you doing it for time overall? Because like I could do that like all day long, right? Like run a mile, do my things all day long, run a mile in the evening. But I'm like trying to do them like for time.
Yeah, well, we don't usually cap. Just get it done.
So you don't have to do them straight. Straight through 100 pull-ups.
No, you don't have to.
So I can do about 50 in a go, but not 100.
That's a lot, Dave.
Oh,
So I think that you maybe have just accepted this as a Memorial Day weekend challenge as well.
Yeah.
Could I crowdsource?
It sounds like
I'll run the
Dave did
miles
it
and
last week.
squats. Dave will do the pull-ups. Who wants to do the push-ups? We could like crowdsource it.
I could do those in 2 goes too, probably. The guy you would want is Mike Kometz. He's one of our clients, and he owns CrossFit in Laramie. And we're the same age, but I look about 10 years older than him just because he's completely cut. Yeah.
I think I know him.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's a nice guy. Serial entrepreneur too. Knows what he's doing.
His son's the coffee guy too, so that's important.
Yeah, and his son doesn't look anything like him body-wise. I mean, he's the thin guy, but he doesn't work out at all, I don't think. So, probably because his dad does, so he doesn't do it. Anyway, we should start. Don't you think, boss?
Yeah, that sounds good. I'm ready. Are you ready, Denise? I think you're still muted.
Yeah, Denise, you're still muted.
Yeah.
There you go. So you can start anytime you want, Denise, and we'll time you.
Yeah, and if you're able to, are you able to share your screen by chance?
Yeah, it's loading.
Gotcha.
Our internet might have just kind of got slow.
Okay.
So we can go off of the video if that helps your bandwidth.
Yeah, so if we close your camera, your bandwidth might get better. So like I can stop your video from here. It's nothing personal. And then you should be able to still share your screen.
Okay.
It helps your bandwidth.
So what do I do?
Screen sharing.
Screen share.
And I'll make the quick note here that on the YouTube stream that I have going up here, just to test it here, if we drop the video, when people drop their video, they no longer appear on the YouTube. So at the moment, I'm only looking at Veronica. So, perfect.
It is a bird. Call, call. It is a bird. It is.
Is that your little one, Sarah?
Yes. We've got a painting project going on. And she is into birds these days.
Cool. This is a great bird.
All right, we good to go?
Yep.
Okay. My name is Mike, and I improve people's lives. My job is to provide ordinary people with expert advice on fitness-related topics. I stay current on fitness training education and extract all the relevant info so you don't have to. I show you how to fast track your fitness, move safely and efficiently, help you set your goals and exceed them.
Hi, I'm Denise, and like Mike, I also change people's lives with a little guidance, and they do the rest. I'm a fitness coach and I'm the primary nutrition coach for Intertribal Wellness.
What if I told you obesity, hypertension, and diabetes are twice the national rates here on the Wind River Indian Reservation? Complications from any of these three can lead to premature death. 71% of the population on the Wind River Indian Reservation is clinically obese, and most do not link nutrition to health. Where the data in this chart is a small sample size, the correlation between the sample size to the bigger population is similar. And the youth are faring no better. With physical education programs dropping since 2000, inactivity not only causes the rising rates of obesity, it also hurts academic performance. From the mid-2000s, seasonal sports programs have been on the rise, while physical education has consistently been on the chopping block. There are no fitness facilities or nutrition coaching businesses on the reservation that are owned by individual tribal members.
Far too often when it comes to personal health, we have heard many common frustrations. I need to make a change, but I don't know where to start. What are macros, portion control, and nutrition labels? My kids are bored and I'm worried about their health. They keep playing Fortnite all day and night. What if there was one-stop resource for seeking answers, guidance, and future support for all of these problems?
We are the foremost experts when it comes to physical fitness on the Wind River Indian Reservation. With over 10 years experience in the fitness industry with multiple certificates from prominent nutrition and fitness institutes, we introduce Intertribal Wellness, a multifaceted wellness business that incorporates nutrition education with Leveler Nutrition, adult fitness with Intertribal Fitness, and youth fitness with Intertribal Youth Fitness.
After my second baby, I had gained a lot of weight. I was the heaviest weight in my life. I remained active throughout this pregnancy, but still had to start over. I decided to take control of my portions, counted macros, which in my opinion was the most effective fat loss method. Without cutting out many foods that I enjoyed, my performance increased in the gym while I lost the pregnancy weight. I see people struggling with their relationship with food. It seems like they made it the enemy. Carbs are the enemy, which made me realize that there is little positive relationship with food. I became certified to coach nutrition through Precision Nutrition, and I developed Leveler Nutrition, which helps guide clients to develop healthy eating habits, to obtain a goal body composition, and help develop long-term habits in order to sustain that goal by providing one-on-one nutrition coaching, giving the client full access to questions by being available through phone, text, or email. We will do one check-in per week to see how things are going and what small changes need to be made, where every small change equals to a big change over time.
Intertribal Fitness is a functional fitness cross-training facility that provides community-based fitness classes of all levels using the CrossFit methodology and providing scaling options for movements or load if they are needed. Intertribal Youth Fitness is an after-school and summer youth fitness program that engages kids in functional fitness activities, ages 9 through 17 at the CrossFit Leveler site. The program inspires to team with schools to create enrichment programs on the school site to open up age groups and the number of participants. Who makes up our demographics? The Wind River Indian Reservation and surrounding areas. This includes adults at risk of obesity and their related illnesses. It's inclusive for any income-based people for low income, post-recovery and rehab. We are targeting youth and their guardians. This could mean step parents, foster parents, grandparents, So a lot of the youth on our reservation, they don't live with their parents, they live with somebody that takes care of them. So we're targeting both. We're targeting schools located on the Wind River Indian Reservation. And this is for the school administration that are involved with school or the in-school enrichment activities.
So some of the competition would be tribal health programs. Although we are planning on teaming with them, they offer free programs that are similar to what we do. And our programming is more specialized for CrossFit and nutrition coaching. But like I said, we'll work together with tribal health to create programs for the well-being of the tribe that relates to nutrition and fitness. The existing school programs, such as seasonal sports, may conflict with times, although not all kids participate in school sports. And there is a general physical preparedness limitation within school sports. The Fremont County gyms, some are free, some have low cost memberships offering 24 access, which we do not. We provide a fitness community with coaching from start to end of class. The fad diet corporations usually require a monthly subscription, and it may not work, and it could cause more damage than good. There's no guidance, and there's no relationship building with the coach or foods.
So the sales and channels strategy, and if, by looking at the slide there, the sales split up into blue, channel strategy split up into red, and it looks a little chaotic at the bottom there. That just means that applies to everything. So those 4 channels down there at the bottom, that applies to every single thing that you see on here. So again, parents and schools, tribal programs, general public, everything underneath of that has their own separate sales strategy. So the general public differs from a tribal program. A tribal program will pay for usually large groups of people. General public is just people right off the street. They wanted to make a change. They stopped in. This is how we're going to take care of those people, or how we were aiming to make money from those people after they walk in our door. Same thing with tribal programs. How do we set up our business with the tribal program? The parents and schools, a little bit different. We're going to have to work probably right with the schools and see how we can make something work that the parents are a little more gravitated towards. So they're all 3 different avenues. And here's our revenue model. Pretty straightforward. It bounces right off of our sales and channels, who pays, what is paid, how much is paid, things like that. It's pretty straightforward. I think the sales and channel strategy is a little more easy to understand. This just kind of breaks that down.
The projected budget starts in September, and you can see the rise in revenues as we go along and retain nutrition clients. The increase and decrease in revenues are from projected 12-week programs and retaining some clients beyond the 12 weeks with month break in between sessions, where new group starts and the retained clients continue into the next 12 weeks. The increase and decrease in revenue is also from new releases of merchandise, a new shirt, a sweater design for the seasons. The spike in June is from a fitness event that takes place during an annual competition where we expect more sales. We are currently operating at bare bone capacity and have not implemented leveler nutrition or the intertribal youth fitness program, nor have we implemented additional specialty classes that will require a punch pass to attend. Receiving startup costs for accurate body measurements tools, low impact equipment, and portable fitness equipment for youth, we can take our challenges to the next level and provide more skilling options and provide equipment for school to reduce their storage. Any questions?
I have a question. What does it cost for one person to become a member or sign up for something?
We go by punch passes. So like you would buy, for example, $100 punch pass for 20 classes, and then you can mix and match.
Okay.
Or $10 per class.
Oh, okay, perfect. That isn't bad at all.
So you were right at 9 minutes. So you're doing really well on time.
Yeah, and we didn't finish the timeline thing, so we just kind of took it out, but we'll add it in for next time.
Okay.
And then yeah, but we didn't like put the prices because all of our prices kind of range too. Like for the nutrition coaching by itself, it would be $100 per month.
So in this presentation, I would say, you know, unless somebody asks, you can say it verbally, but don't put it on your page because that anchors people. When you open, you know, in a month or whenever you can, when C-19 abates a little bit, you may decide your price isn't right. So we can look at your financials a little bit more. I know you've been doing that with Sarah, I think, right, Sarah? But whatever, you know, you can think about your pricing model a little bit more to see if you can enhance your revenue stream. Anchoring is when you say a number, then everybody remembers that number, even if you don't want it to be that number anymore. So you try not to anchor. So I like the change in colors. This one's really bright, but I do like the logo, and thank you for putting it at the end as well, just to, you know, keep that identity going for yourself. There must be other questions there. James must have some. You usually do.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Awesome.
We can, James, and everybody else, if you could you put your camera back on whenever you're asking questions here at the end, if we get into the habit of doing that. That way you appear on the stream. Perfect.
Perfect. All right. So you talked a little bit about engaging youth, especially in an after-school activity setting. Have you guys looked into, is there already a method for those youth to be bused from school? Would it fall upon the parentals to develop a carpool? And have you guys thought about that at all?
Yeah, we have thought about it. So one of the things, that's why we wanted to offer it on site, was so they could not really have to go anywhere, for one. And then maybe starting the conversation of doing a bus after school to the Liveler site. But then the parents more likely would have to pick them up from there.
Yeah, and I actually contracted last year with the school to do an after-school fitness program, and at their site. So we did it. And another thing is our facility is like 3/4 of a mile from the school. Like it's fairly close. Like it's just a straight shot there. We never fully got to talking about how we could try to bus kids there. But when I did do the classes there, the problem was there was always things going on at school. So there was a room that had a bunch of stuff in it that I could use, but if they closed that room down, it was like, okay, well, you guys got to go to this basketball court. And so I didn't have anything. I had to try to make things up off the top of my head so that they're busy. So that was like a barrier that I ran into when I was doing that. They eventually dropped that just because I think the logistics of it, the timing, yeah, it conflicted with school sports. Their schedule was kind of crazy. They had like an early out Wednesday. We just, I don't know, I guess the motivation to really just sit down and hammer it out just kind of went away.
Perfect. That answers my question. I really like the fact that you guys are only 3/4 of a mile away. Like if you could incorporate that too in your workout somehow, like that would be a perfect aspect to leverage to even build your brands on.
So I have another question. What are you going to use the funding, if you win funding from this, what are you going to use it for?
We wanted to use it for equipment, mainly to get more low impact equipment, because a lot of people come in and they have like bad knees and stuff, so they can't run, or like just having another scaling option that can incorporate like accommodate for a bigger class and stuff. And
yeah, we had big ideas. Like we had big ideas require large audiences pretty much. And so we needed a large cash influx to be able to handle that kind of capacity for ourselves. We didn't want to overwhelm ourselves without getting paid, for one thing. The other thing is we just don't have the resources to handle like 20 kids at once, or to even be mobile for that point. So I think the more mobile we can be, the better. And like she was saying, to kind of accommodate for more of those people that can't do certain things, or like they'll come into our doors and they'll say, well, I can't run, I can't bend over at the hips. So things like that, they need something else that they can do. And so that's why that's why we were looking for more funding.
yes, and it'll also take some of our challenges to the next level, because we host challenges throughout the year. We usually do about 3 of them, and I think with like a really high-tech scale, it could take a lot. It could attract people for one, and then it can take it to the next level.
Do you think you could go back to your marketing slide, or your market segment slide? So I thought it would be kind of interesting if you maybe said an estimate of how many people fit in these categories. Like how many schools are on the reservation, and how many people do you think are in this area? That's not really a question. It's just more of a, I think it would be nice if that was on there, because there are a lot of people up there, and I think that you could appeal to a lot more people than you're serving right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it would be interesting to see. Where I'm from, they have a gym there that does like an ongoing challenge where it's like, if you go to the gym for 30 days straight and you post it on your Facebook, they give you like some sort of discount. But they're just getting free marketing the whole time. And I think it's a really smart way to make people proud of what they're doing, and also encourage their friends to go. But I really like what you guys are doing. I think this is great.
Yeah, and I think to tie into looking for that big influx was, if we could get this business going and we could start paying ourselves, our services will expand. So what we didn't want to do, and we don't really do any type of marketing like currently, because we just I do not want like 30 people showing up to a class and like I'm not getting paid for it. I'm just kind of volunteering. And so it was kind of like, do I want to seek those people to come into the gym and overwhelm myself and spread myself really thin and not be getting a paycheck for it? Or shall we just kind of word of mouth, whoever shows up, shows up? So that does tie into like why we need to try to get this for-profit part working. And then that'll, at least get us taken care of, and then we can expand our services, and then we can start marketing. Then we can start hitting those people that we're looking at,
What percentage of your capacity were you, like how many customers were you taking in before everything got closed down?
Our beginner classes was topping out at 25 in an hour.
Okay.
Which was pretty like that was probably the most that we can take for our building. Well, adults anyway, yeah.
So you're mostly limited by your time right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we are only open for 3 classes most days. So
Okay. Well, that's good. Hopefully when everything opens, you can add more classes and get more people and hopefully get paid.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's our business strategy actually. Is we service some people because of the low income, but what our business strategy and the whole business, this whole business part of it is going to be opening up more hours that are paid and more services that are paid for us. And so that's going to be kind of latched on to the gym.
So I know that the time is up right now, but I don't see Latara on here. So I'll just ask you one more question. At what point, how many classes do you think you'll need per day to break even and be able to pay yourselves while still making a profit?
Oops. So this includes, so the revenue includes the salaries. And then our expenses are in the red. So we pretty much, if we can get, okay, let me think. What did I have? I had it at, for 15 nutrition clients, and then we have, like we're selling 50 punch passes, and then we're selling like 100 shirts with a new release. That's what these like kind of spikes are. And then our expenses pretty much stay the same. So that explains like these.
Is our overhead is super low. So
Yeah,
we have LED lights, we have a propane heater that only operates when it gets cold. We're basically just paying electricity and internet. And so that only comes out to about, I don't know, $200 maybe.
Okay. Well, that seems reasonable. 15 nutrition clients and 50 punch cards a month.
Yeah, and then we kind of we're talking about, you know, like retaining them. So like you see October, November, then you kind of like have a break where we go into the not really having the 12-week thing. Then you have like a month break, and then it kind of goes down, and then it starts again. So you get your rise, and then we're retaining clients from the previous one. So they go into the next session on top of a new group. So, and then word's getting out that we're offering all these new things. So more are signing up as we go. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's all about funneling and then retention, funneling a new group. And then this, I don't think this even includes like what we can do with the schools or tribal health programs. So if we partner with them, that's just that much more people, and it's based off of what they can pay us per head, probably. That's usually how they operate. So,
well, great presentation. I'll clap for you since everyone's on mute. I think we're ready to move on to the next person, Latara and Red. Thank you. There we go.
Okay, hello, can you guys hear us?
Yeah, are you ready?
Yes. Now, I didn't get to see the first presentation. We were having a little troubleshooting trying to get into our Zoom meeting. How are we doing our opener for y'all?
If you can screen share and put your presentation on, that would be great.
Let me go ahead and open it and find it here. Screen share. Let me find which one I want to share here. Okay, one moment here. Let me find it. Maybe bear with me, guys. That's the one I need to share right there.
Right.
Alrighty. Let's see. I'm having a little trouble here trying to find how to do a screen share. Let me see.
So if you go to the bottom of your screen in the center, there should be a little green button that says share screen.
Okay.
And then all of your current open windows should show up in there, and you can scroll down through that list if it's not on there.
Okay. Oh, there it goes. Okay. I just really minimized it all. Okay, let me see if this works. Okay, can you see the share? Can you see my screen here?
Sure can.
Alrighty, sorry about that. Okay, we're just gonna go through some slides here. And my name is Laterra LeBeau. I am the, let's see here. I'm the co-founder and the business manager of Wrsc Automotive Detail. This is my partner, Red LeBeau. Hello. Founder and CEO of Wrsc. Now, we're gonna go ahead and start our slide here. Wrsc, you can see our picture, there's our logo. One of our slogans are, let us take care of your auto investment. We offer automotive detail and reconditioning services. Now, we'll go into the next slide here. Now, a lot of what we ask people is why detail your car? A lot of people struggle to make time to clean their vehicles, and a few of our pinpoints here is people need a clean car. Cars are dirty from COVID. They're infested with germs. We have interior and exterior wear and tear. And if you can see here, there's a sample picture right there of kind of what Wrsc deals with on a daily when we are getting vehicles in and out of our shop or in and out of our hands. So a lot of our expertise goes towards the restoration and reconditioning of your automotive vehicles. We know that cars are well taken care of or stay on the road longer. And the problem, I know that people should take better care of their vehicles, but they just don't have the time or energy to do it. So our next slide will go into a lot of the problems that we run into are scheduling appointments and creating a good time frame and how long it usually takes. We do offer pickup and delivery service to different clientele that's interested in our services. Our vehicles that we deal with, we always like to say, you know, let our customers know that it's a germ-infested vehicle and these germs could make you sick. Now let's see here. We also, another problem is the cloudy headlights. They can reduce light by 80%, making it hard to see at night. And that means you won't see deer at night until it's too late because your headlights aren't bright. And another problem is affordability. We have a package for every budget. Now, in a study of both homes and vehicles, it was discovered that vehicles are as much as 1,700 times dirtier than the family home. And in fact, the average car's cup holder has 228 more bacteria than a household toilet. And if you look at it this way, you'll spend a total of 10 days in your vehicle just traveling back and forth from work. That is 520 times you'll grip your steering wheel, and you'll use your turn signal over 7,000 times. everything you have touched at work, home, the gym, the grocery store, everywhere you have traveled comes back with you in your car. Let me go to the next frame here. So if you think about it, how dangerous is a dirty car, right? Well, a solution that we offer is Wrsc Recon. You know, a lot of our products and services we offer direct towards interior and exterior detailing for cars, trucks, RVs, motorcycles. We've even been known to do boats and different marine, operations that people use, small boats, yachts even. We offer sanitization, disinfectant, protection services, engine degreaser, headlight restoration, waxing and paint restoration, reconditioning and restoration services. Let's see here, next slide. Full auto care, wide variety of in-shop mobile services. Well, our solution is Wrsc Recon Automotive Reconditioning. Wrsc Recon offers various package deals on interior and exterior detail work that specializes in reconditioning the appearance of any make and model of vehicle. Wrsc Recon interior and exterior detail process is designed to restore your vehicle condition like new. Our features and benefits offer sanitization, again, I'll mention that, disinfectant, which is very popular right now with the issue of COVID going around. I know that's been a high demand right now for a lot of our customers and clientele. Our featured benefits offer, it just gets rid of bacteria, mold, mildew, and viruses. Wrsc Recon's products are EPA registered and FDA approved. And let's see here. Now, why us? Now, the main reason for routinely car detailing is to preserve the original appearance of your car. Detailing your car doesn't have to be difficult. Simple things such as investing in protection services like treating plastic materials with dressing can ensure that they look and feel like they should, and wax will protect your car's paint and exterior. Protection from the sun, UV issues. We also have a package for every budget. I know that a problem is affordability, so we do offer payment plans, and we do take credit cards, and so it's easy for payment exception and kind of working with our customers. Our customers, we're a customer first business. That's a priority that we offer with Wrsc Recon. We don't forget the people we appreciate the most, which is our clients. And let's see here. I'll go to the next slide. Yeah, and like I said, it'll go to our customers, which customers are demographics we really look at for vehicles as any personal vehicle, any make and model vehicle. We do fleets and commercial offering for fleet deals. We also do government contracts offering deals and registered with our local SAMS registry, which that's something new that we just got into this past year, is getting online for that. And we also offer a lot of our service to our tribal programs. So that would fall under like procurement priority for our local involvement. So we think about import and export business on and off the reservation. And we really like to keep our business local. And so we try to do less exporting to retain that integrity of our economic development status here for the reservation. And also wanting to, in the future, develop employment opportunities for those who are interested in getting into the automotive industry in the future. That could go along with learning from detail to sales and services. As far as my husband partner being experienced in the automotive industry for about 15 years now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so he's been in it for the long haul so far, and he's really good at what he does. So he wants to make sure that he can offer that for our local community and help everybody to really protect their investments. So we'll go to our next slide here. Market and segmentation. Now, a lot of information here. Again, it's gonna, our market demographics, like gonna be private owners, business vehicles, fleets, business vehicles such as realtor cars, insurance agent vehicles, fishing guides, trucks, tribal transportation. Again, I put procurement prioritized on there because that's something that we want to make sure that we're operating a lot with the tribal businesses and tribal operations and making sure that they're a priority as well as we are. So a lot of it too goes under like construction. We do a lot of construction fleets as well as different oil companies, fleets. And so let's see here. I guess I can kind of, let's see here. And then we talk about our next slide is going to go into our competition. Now, a few of our local competitors that we are kind of deal with are Fremont Motors, Star Trims, Lander Lube, and a lot of the do-it-yourself because it's convenient, you know, just to get in there and get it done. Now, if you're looking for a professional clean to retain that your vehicle and keeping it like new, you know, you always want to pick Wrsc. You know, we're local and we like to keep our local involvement here on the reservation for our tribal associations and our tribal programs. So that's a big priority for Wrsc is to make sure that we're keeping that economic status here for the reservation and to create a number there. And also, let's see here. A lot of our market strategy that we offer that kind of has helped Wrsc in the past few years kind of get up and go, get going is our brochures and our business cards. We have seasonal ads that we offer put up on our social media channels. We also have loyalty rewards for VIP mailing list, which it's easy to join. We offer gift certificates, punch cards, promotional items, and such as our branding, t-shirts, hats. Our big promotional time is Earth Day. We like to do a big Earth Day cleanup, and we really associate with a lot of the local programs, the tribal business councils, the local chambers, and we really try to promote the community cleanup plan, which is a priority for Wrsc every year. We've done it for the past 5 years, and it's been a really big success as far as our community value and making sure that that's a big effort put forward. Which again, the next one you'll see is community service and volunteering. That's another priority we really try to instill for Wrsc is that we're here for the community. We don't, you know, we not only do we stop at the automotive needs, but we also extend ourselves beyond that, you know, try to go above and beyond to make sure that we're able to donate and help contribute towards our local Head Start programs, our local school programs. I know that recently we had a few meetings with the local high schools here on the reservation, and a lot of what we want to promote is career readiness and to be able to offer our student body, our high schoolers, an opportunity to get their foot in the door for the automotive industry. And, you know, when you usually get into the automotive industry, the first door they put you in is the detail, because that's where it starts, you know. And it helps to kind of start from the bottom to work your way up. From detail, you go into sales and services, and even becoming a mechanic and going off to a tech school, automotive school, that would really help out, you know, the student body and just have the students ready for career readiness. Because I know when I spoke to a lot of the education coordinators here in our local schools, a lot of them say, well, Laterra, not all of our students are going to be ready for college. Some of them want to go right into work. So with being surrounded by a lot of local automotive dealerships, we want to make sure that there's an opportunity locally for our student body to have to have an opportunity to learn that trade. And so it kind of introduces them into that field. Now our sales channels and strategy, again, it's going to go into our Facebook, Instagram, a lot of our social media channels. Local casinos is really big. Having the access to our local casinos, because we get a lot of tourism that goes through there. And right now the casinos are kind of shut down because of the COVID issue, but in the past, we've had really great relations with the local casinos and offering different promotional opportunities and branding ideas that we put up our posters, our brochures within the casinos and having that available on the floors. Or if tourists come in and they need a quick clean on their RV or vehicles, they always refer them to Res Recon. So there's always access to customer clientele there, as well as the tribal programs. Our local bank branch as well, they really like to retain a lot of our branding information to make sure that's available for their clients as well that come into the bank. And local chambers, they're always on our side as far as making sure that they can help promote us in any way with the Small Business Association area. Local mechanic shops, they're probably our favorite because we do great referral programs for them as far as word of mouth and being able to have our clientele sent off to somebody if they are in need of any type of automotive service. Need your oil change, need your tires rotated, anything across the board of mechanics. We really offer that referral program for our clientele that comes in if they need it. Business council is a big one. We offer special discounts to business councils, referral program again for special discounts when we get referrals from our local business councils. It could be tribal, local, it could be in town, you know. So we kind of keep it a little universal there. Now, our next slide is going to go into our sales and channel strategy. Independent mechanics could provide referral and you pay them a small percentage for the referral. And like I said, that has to do a lot with the referral program that we offer with people needing those services for any kind of mechanic or, you know,
it works out pretty good.
Yeah, it works out pretty good. So people are paying to keep their car mechanically maintained, good detail while the vehicle's in the shop. And that's just a little definition of kind of how that works for, you know, when a customer does pick up on that. And let's see here, another word of mouth mechanic could suggest and upsell time the client drops the vehicle off. That's always a plus. Local business promotions such as local referrals and rewards. Again, you're going to hear referral, but that's how our economy works out here, is always the word of mouth and, you know, sharing a good deed and making sure that we're helping to protect your investment, which is your automobile. Refer a friend with discounts with a code. We offer a code to our customers where they take that to who they're referred to. That retains the integrity of the business operation to make sure that it's getting passed along. Next one, our revenue model. VIP mailing list. We offer a frequent buyer discount. Now, if I worded it correctly, hopefully this makes sense. When you bring your vehicle to Res Recon, we offer a 4-month deal. Now, how it works when you bring your vehicle to Res Recon, you get a full detail service, and we offer a return discount that extends up to 90 days. After the full detail is done and you return within 30 days for an express clean, you only pay $30. When you return within 60 days, you only pay $60. When you return within 90 days, you only pay $90. After those 90 days are expired, you might as well get another full detail to reassure you keep your vehicle looking like new. That again is just to retain our clientele, to offer the discounts, because sometimes when you go into that full detail, it could be a little pricey. And that's where a lot of our payment plan comes into play, to be able to help our different, you know, package for every budget. So customers like discounts. That's always a plus. They really like that. Res Recon offers a package deals that are discounted if they prepay for 6 months or a year. So again, the reason we do that is your selling cost drops if you have recurring customers. It's incentive. So a lot of this now, we're going to go into cash flow and profit loss. We are still currently getting some of our outline work done for that cash flow and profit loss. So we're going to skip over a lot of that. Timeline and scope of work. Now, I think this is where it really justifies what Res Recon has to offer. So I guess I could kind of hand it off to Red, and he can kind of explain how that works.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for listening so far. What Res Recon is about, what Res Recon is all about. Res Recon offers a wide variety of in-shop and mobile detailing services. We have a package for every budget, as my wife was saying, my partner. We have a great individual one-on-one customer experience. We do a lot of listening to what they need specifically done on their vehicle, and we usually like to take care of that first thing, because there's a lot of vehicles that we usually tend to do, and a lot of them have individual problems. So we tend to focus on the main problem, why they brought it to us, and then after that we just go front to back on it, bumper to bumper. For all the automotive needs, and Reds Recon Detail Services was built in a reputation for being a customer first business. Reds Recon is a local automotive reconditioning team that has over 15 years of experience, and Reds Recon Automotive Detail is the solution to your car cleaning and protection needs. We have easy scheduling payment plans that are available, as she referred or was talking earlier. Check us out on Facebook for all work before and after photos. Reds Recon is excited to take the time out to thank our loyal customers through monthly giveaways and discounts. Here at Reds Recon, we don't forget the people we appreciate the most, our clients. We look forward to seeing you, our friend, on pitch day and on final pitch days. We got friends and family, and everybody's really excited for this opportunity that is bestowed upon all the individual businesses. It's a good, it's very good what is going on. I'd just like to thank you for listening.
And I'm going to go ahead and conclude our slide with some before and after. Of course, you can see the next few slides will be some before and after photos of what Big Fun's past work is. So enjoy. There's a photo of our before and after for our headlight restoration services that we offer. And that's a big deal there. Everybody appreciates that, and it's very affordable. And when you do a return on those headlight restorations, we do offer half off with our return customers on those within, what would you say?
Within a year or so.
Within a year, yeah, that it goes into a year. Next slide is going to go into some more before and afters. A lot of these are our main selling points when people are able to visit us on Facebook and check out what we offer. You can see wear and tear of interior damage here, where we do recondition that. We make sure that we can bring it back to like new as you'd like. It's really customer satisfactory when we do that. Some more before and afters. And that's a truck we've done, and this is going to be one of the Taro trucks. We've done a lot of the Taro vehicles, local travel programs that we offer. You can see oil embedded into the flooring before and after. Before and after on this one, this is what was this one?
Fish and game truck.
Fish and game truck. This one was parked for a while, so they're really happy with their vehicle after this one. So you can see we really get down and dirty, and then when we want to bring it back to new, it's a big investment, and we want to make sure that we're protecting that and helping our programs, preserve that. Another before and after.
Taro vehicle.
Yeah, this one is actually, this is one of our local customers, local clients over at the prosecutor's office. So it's one of their vehicles that they have. Another before and after, one of our travel program vehicles. And a lot of these are going to be travel programs where they were really giving up on their vehicles, and once we restored it, that saved their vehicle. They didn't have to go buy a new one. They were able to keep using it. Oh, and here's the big one. This is the big before and after when we talk about germs and we talk about why it's important to keep your vehicle clean. You can see the before and after there. Big difference, when you have kids, it happens to the best of us, our parents. And that's what we're here for, is to help to preserve your vehicle and, bring it back to like new. And, it really saves our clientele, and what we offer. So that's a big seller right there. When people see and think their car's lost, it's really not. You just bring it to our special services, and we make sure we apply our expertise in that and help you to retain that integrity of your investment. Here's some more, a few more before and afters. Another before and after, and this is again another tribal. This is the Windover Advocacy van. They had a lot of plastic. A lot of their areas where the seats were supposed to be, the leather's supposed to be underneath. We had to restore a lot of that, restore their carpets, and save that vehicle. It was parked for quite some time, and we were able to bring that back to like new. And another one, more wear and tear. There was gum. Sometimes we have oil that spills in it, and we were able to take it all out and just help to restore your vehicle and recondition it. And so, yeah, that's pretty much what Reds Recon has to offer as far as helping our locals protect their investments. So that would conclude our slideshow. Hopefully it was pretty informative, and I hope you guys got the most out of it that we could offer, and hopefully we covered every area that we could.
So I like the content. I like the pictures. We're talking on Slack on the side, so you can't. So we're not distracting, but we're thinking we should incorporate these directly into your slide deck. Some of these. Do you remember how much time you have?
We had what, 15 minutes? Do we go
Yeah,
over?
Do you know how long you went?
I think we went over 10 minutes.
You went over 10 minutes, yeah. So
Yeah.
So you got to take 10 minutes out of this.
Yeah, we definitely can. I think we can incorporate some of our slides in between when we start doing more
What we're
detailed
going to
information.
suggest is that you work with Kaylee, who is one of our interns. This stuff. She's going to help you, or Kaylee and Natalie are going to help you with, making it a lot slicker. I'd also suggest your transition between slides. There is no transition. You finish a slide, you stop, and then you say, and now I'm going to go to this one, and then you start the next slide. That's about 12 seconds each time you do that. So you have 15 slides. That's it's a couple minutes that you're not doing. You're just saying what you're going to do, and you don't need to do that. Just go straight to it and keep going. So just process suggestions. It's the content is fine.
Absolutely.
Good to know.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Anybody else have comments?
I do. I really liked every time you were talking about how you care about the community and how you don't want to leave the community, and that the community is one of the best parts of your business. So I would just recommend to not cut that. I thought that was really great.
Right. That's one of the biggest priorities for Reds Recon is always been making sure we give that moment and that time back to our community. Without our community, we wouldn't have our clientele, and we really like to prioritize that. And that's why we really incorporated a lot of Reds Recon's, some of our profit into giving back to our local Head Start programs, and a lot of our school programs that are local, and we want to really make sure that we're doing a better build on that. So that's been one of our priorities as community.
Okay. So next was actually supposed to be Kellen. I don't think he's on here. But if Stephanie is ready, I know Stephanie was here before.
She's back.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Latera and Red. Good work, and I can't wait to see what happens with the next one. I'm sure it'll be even better. So
Right, this is all new to us. We're used to just doing the hands-on, so when it came to presentation, it's been a workload, but I think we're very confident in getting it established and getting it going and critiquing those fine details as far as getting our transition going for our different slides and really getting the information out. So we definitely.
Tara, I said this last time we talked, is that practice. Do it in front of the mirror. Do it with Red. Have Red do it back to you, and have a timer going each time.
Yes, we need a timer.
Have a timer going this time. You have one on your phone, so.
Yeah, I was gonna say we were doing a lot of video out there.
Right, so just, practice it a whole bunch so that those transitions then go, you don't have, that gets really smooth because you know exactly what you're gonna say next. You don't have to think about it. It's just one long, it's a story and you show different slides. So I think practicing will absolutely help you. So this weekend, that's your charge. You need to do that.
Absolutely, for sure. I completely agree.
Okay, cool.
I'll
Excellent.
also suggest that if your camera can handle it, or you could stack your camera on something in here, if you stand up to present, your body changes a little bit there and how you talk, and you're less likely to pause and break and go there. And you tend to move a little faster when you're standing up as well. So if you're comfortable with it, go for it, but do what's comfortable. That's the important part.
Fred is standing on a ladder right now.
I really like standing. I do a lot of public presentations, so I'm a stander. I like to stand. When I sit, I tend to go, So I like to stand and present, and that's good input. So we'll definitely take that into consideration.
Perfect. Whatever you're comfortable with.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, on to the next.
Great job again.
Awesome. Looking forward to it. Thank you.
All right, Stephanie, are you ready?
Stephanie, can you go ahead and go down to your and click the box on the bottom, towards the bottom right of the slide, down on the bottom red part, way down on the bottom on the red. Nope, left further. Like the icon, just the one just to the right of that. No, that's left.
Oh, sorry.
That one. I think that's the slide one, isn't it, guys? Or is it the one she was pointing at before?
That's it.
Okay, click that. Perfect. Then we don't see all your
I'm having
other
a little
background.
technical difficulties right now.
That's fine. You're not on your first slide. Yeah, go back to your first slide. Then you're fine. Cool. You're all set. I'll mute now.
Okay, just a second. Sorry, I don't know how to get to share my camera.
You are shared already.
Okay.
So then you you can toggle to the next slide with your arrow keys on your keyboard. There you go.
Okay. Well, my name's Stephanie Seahair. I am a licensed cosmetologist. I've worked in several high traffic salons in the past few years. Right now on the Wind River Indian Reservation, there is not a salon or spa located within any of the Fort Washington, Epatee, Arapahoe areas. Sorry. I can't see my other part where I had written down. So.
If it's better to go back to the one where you can see, then you can hit escape.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
Now can you see it?
Yeah, are you guys able to see?
Yeah, we can still see it.
Okay, are you guys sharing my screen or just what's on Publisher?
We're seeing just the PowerPoint or the slide. That's all.
Okay, sorry. Can I start over? Well, my name is Stephanie Seahair. Like I said, I'm a licensed cosmetologist. I've worked in a very successful high traffic salon. I currently live on a Wind River Indian Reservation where there are very few business owners in our community. I see that there's plenty of business opportunities such as mine where my business could survive and become successful in the right environment. Men, women, and children of all ages need and want haircuts, colors, perms, facials, manicures, pedicures, even lash extensions. I would like to be able to solve that issue by bringing salon and spa services to the Wind River Indian Reservation, creating jobs and opportunities for other licensed cosmetologists, nail technicians, massage therapists, other estheticians. By adding a salon and spa in the Wind River Hotel and Casino, I believe we could thrive in this environment. I would offer a competitive edge based on a location alone. Parking's a plus. A salon and spa will be located in the Wind River Hotel and Casino. It would also be an added entertainment and amenity to the Northern Arapaho tribe.
You're
And
still on your first slide, you know.
oh, sorry. I believe it would be a successful business. Okay, so based on location alone, I believe the business would thrive. We'd be in the public eye and view of tourists that come in and travel throughout the area. The services I offered to my customers, I believe they would be between the ages of 18 and 55. At the moment, I currently offer services to younger children as well, but being in a casino environment, I don't believe, well, at this time, I'm not sure that information is inclusive of me being able to serve a younger consumer. With the business being in the Wind River, located in the Wind River Casino, there's going to be heavy foot traffic. I'll be able to provide salon services to the Wind River Hotel Casino, guests and tourists. We'll also be able to cater to the needs of the Wind River Indian Reservation community. Native Americans tend to seek services from fellow Native Americans because they feel comfortable. Communication is like a really important aspect. They want to be able to go somewhere where they feel comfortable. I believe being in the Wind River Casino, they'll feel comfortable in that setting. That way they're not out of their comfort zone. Competition, like I said, based on location alone, it's a competitive, I believe it's competitive edge with other salons in nearby communities. At this point, like I said, there's other salons located on the Wind River Reservation. Even though Riverton has numerous salons and barbershops, same with Lander, they only have one spa in the local area that offers facials. Lander, Wyoming has numerous barbershop salons and no spas. However, because of the whole pandemic issue right now, all of the salon-based services are kind of struggling right now. Basically, because of the pandemic, it's really put a strain on us because of all the PPE that we have to wear and, worried about ourselves and customers. So I think that is going to drive some customers away from certain businesses. Because I'm aware that certain places aren't wearing their masks like they're supposed to. So that might discourage some customers. I wear my mask when I'm working. So I believe that I would have, the trust of people that see us wearing masks. I believe that probably would most likely be implemented at the Wind River Casino. The marketing strategy. When I talked to the CEO, Brian, of the Wind River Casino, he's offered to partner and promote marketing for the salon, because the vision that the CEO and the Northern Apple Tribe, they want to eventually turn the casino to a resort location. So by offering a salon amenity and partnering with them, it's going to help them fulfill their vision as well as mine. I want to be part of that economic growth there. I would also use social media such as Facebook and Instagram to post pictures, run discounts, run, share not only my portfolio, but other people's portfolio as well, so that they know who they're coming to and what they're capable of doing. Word of mouth is going to be our biggest, what would I say? It's going to be our biggest trust. I'm not sure if to say it, how to word that. I would just say word of mouth is going to really be big for us. Also, I believe we'll have the Native American community support. Sorry, I didn't edit that. Being on a Wind River reservation, everyone wants to support one another's business. And I think that's also helped me thrive in my business as well, because I get referrals from family members that bring their friends in or their family, they refer them to me just on that alone. So a lot of my clientele right now is Native American. So I think that will definitely help my business as well. Our sales and channel strategy, like for instance, if retail would be a biggest sell for the salon, because upkeep and maintenance for your hair. So if you got a haircut, if you got your hair colored or permed, you're going to want to maintain that until your next appointment, which could be anywhere between 4 weeks to the next 3 months. So you want to maintain that look. Whether you get special shampoo or conditioner. If you want to style your hair, you're going to want hairspray, hair gels. If your hair's dry, you're going to want those oils. You want to see what's going to be right for the right texture of your hair. So that way you can keep and achieve that look on a daily basis. If a client came in for eyelash extensions, that's what I specialize in. I'd want to sell, the specialty lash shampoo and brushes to help them maintain their eyelashes and keep them healthy as well. You don't want them to risk getting an infection. You want to make sure that they trust you, because they trust you with how they look. If anybody messes up, they're not going to want to go out in public. So they really want to look their best. Same thing with facials. In order to maintain your appearance between appointments, I want to sell, the facial cleansers, gel, creams, toners, exfoliators, whatever they need. I want to be able to have that on hand, so that way they can maintain their look. So for instance, if we're dealing with anti-aging products and they're concerned about wrinkles, I want to have those products on hand, so that way they can maintain their look. They can start, the wrinkles can start going away. It just basically will help their facial regimen and help maintain their goals. That way they can keep coming in between appointments. So the revenue model, basically, I want to start off small. So I would be only operating and renting out 2 hair cutting stations. Also offering 2 private suites so that they can offer facials, massage, lash extensions, whatever it may be that they specialize in. I eventually want to get to become a full service salon and spa. So I want to eventually add in manicure tables and pedicure tables. But with the limited space I'm going to have in the beginning, and the limited startup cost, because that's what's going to take the most income right now, it's the startup cost. So to start off small, I can eventually purchase one thing or another. That's what I eventually want to do. But in the meantime, to start off and get my feet on the ground and get it up and going, I can offer 2 like I said, 2 haircutting stations, 2 private suites. That is enough for 4 operators to run a successful salon. That's enough to help us start growing. So within 3 years, I want to say I'll be able to have maybe possibly 6 haircutting stations and 2 manicure and 2 nail stations, manicure and pedicure stations. As for my cash flow and profit and loss, I've been trying to import the graph. Sorry, so this is blank right now. So I am going to get back to that. But I can, let me go over here. So my startup capital, I can just talk to you guys about it. I don't have it, my graph right there, but maybe I can explain it a little. My startup cost is, just under 15,000. The equipment is, sorry, I don't have, not having that graph is really messing me up right now. I'll just come back to this later. A 24-month timeline. I want to be able to sign my lease in the next 2 to 4 months. Remodel the salon in next 2 to 6 months. Order equipment next 2 to 6 months. Advertise and hire stylist, esthetician, massage therapist in the next 2 to 24 months. Because it's going to be continuously growing, the hours. I want to be able to open and accommodate all ranges of ages from 18 to 55. The senior community is going to be the ones that the early birds. They're going to be at your door at 8 a.m. They want that haircut to get their day started. They want their hair perm, styled, fixed. They want to be up and at 'em before noon. Your younger middle class is going to want to be in the afternoon. The working class is what are my main customers in the evening time. And they come in after 5 o'clock. As soon as they get off work, they're right back in my door. And then, whether they come in for lash extensions, haircuts, I accommodate to them because they're my biggest clientele. So advertising hours from 8 to 8, that's what I want to focus on and be able to accommodate those hours. Contact the State Board of Cosmetology so they can inspect the salon just before it opens, make sure I'm running everything correctly. And I want to be able to open a salon within the next 6 months and eventually expand to a full service salon and spa within 24 months. And I believe that is, I did have another slide here that had questions on it. I don't know what happened to it. Sorry. But that's what I have so far. Do you guys have any questions?
I think you did a nice job. Little rough in the beginning, but that was logistical. Just the details of you getting used to the tech. So I'd suggest you practice that just to, and since nobody really can see you, you can have, you can print out or write it out if you want a script alongside. It's not like standing in front of a group. You're just, you're talking really to your slides. So I would suggest doing that. Then you don't have to have them on screen. And then what you're seeing right now with what we can see at the top is home, insert, design, all that went away when we hit that little square in the bottom right. Then all you see is the slide.
Okay.
So write all that stuff down for yourself or print it or whatever your notes, and make sure you cue yourself to move slide to slide. I know I kind of messed you up because I changed what you were expecting to see a little bit at the beginning. That's why I interrupted. So that was my fault. But just make sure you keep up that your slides are moving at the same rate as your narrative.
Okay.
You know, I really like this. And, you know, when you got into your flow, when you started talking about products and what kind of things you would offer, you were like, you were talking like you were with me and Sarah yesterday, really natural, just a conversation. And that's what I want to hear at the beginning too. Just a conversation about your business and what you're thinking. You
Okay.
you do it naturally. So do it at the beginning too.
Okay. Okay. I'll work on that.
Cool.
Um,
So that just takes practice so that it's comfortable. And so that's what I suggest this weekend is practice.
practice. Okay. I'll definitely practice on it.
And do it with the slides on full screen on your whatever computer or pad that you've got that you're working with. So
Okay, yeah,
you don't have the crutch of the notes there. The notes are someplace else.
Okay. Yeah. That's what I had an issue with. And I didn't know that was going to be an issue. I didn't know I was sharing my screen tonight.
Yeah. You
So,
are.
but I will definitely be more prepared.
Yeah, you will next Saturday too. So people will just see the slide and then hear your voice. So it's like if you need to think about, you know, to make yourself comfortable, think about it as a conversation with Sarah or me
Okay.
or Kyle. Kyle's intimidating, so maybe not Kyle, but Sarah or me.
Okay. I'll definitely do that.
Stephanie, I really liked when you talked about how you're going to be employing / giving the opportunity for other estheticians and stylists. And I think that was one of like the biggest pros. And you could probably mention that at the end as like kind of a ramp up to all the biggest, most exciting parts of your presentation. But I really liked your presentation, and I also really liked your partnership with the casino. I think that that's going to open up so many more doors and so many more people that maybe wouldn't go to a salon just in Riverton. So great job.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions?
I don't have any questions at this time.
Okay, well, I really liked it, and I think that you're going to make some great progress in the next week. Definitely keep practicing, but it's definitely really great so far.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it.
So Stephanie,
Yes.
a question that you might get from judges, which you shared with Sarah and me yesterday, and on the side, Fred and Megan and I are having a discussion on Slack. You can't see that. Just be ready to talk a little bit about what you've already discussed with the casino in a little bit more detail if asked. They may not ask, but they might, because that was a question that Fred and Megan both had. I knew the answer, so I answered for them. They didn't chime in here. So just be ready to answer those questions about what, you know, you talked about how the CEO of the casino wants you in a specific space, already has it identified, and maybe even wants to comp winners to take advantage of, and then you take advantage of your services, and then you would direct bill the casino, which is,
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
what we
great business model.
talked about.
Yeah, perfect.
Because he wants to be able to utilize, you know, be able to set up his players or his customers with services maybe as a comp, and then we could direct bill the casino for services, because we're independent contractors, so it's not like we get paid hourly. We get paid by the service.
Yep.
And for any, I think that would be a plus on getting other operators into the casino and working with us. Because if maybe they're slow, but maybe the casino comps somebody, and so they'll have, you know, constantly someone there to service them, and then they'll have, you know, financial means at the end of the month, or however we'll work that out. I'm not sure how that's going to be worked out just yet, but the CEO had asked if we would be able to accommodate his players in some type of way like that.
Yep. So that question may be asked and you answer it well. So I'm just tipping you off that may come.
Okay. So should I pause in between when I'm doing this? I'm sorry. Maybe I can wait till I talk to you guys later.
No, we're still okay. I think we're still on time. No, I think you flowed through once you got in your rhythm. The beginning was clunky, but once you got in your rhythm, you were fine.
Okay.
And that again, that smooths out even more when you practice it.
Okay. All right, I'll practice some more on it.
I think James is also volunteering to listen to it a couple more times, once or twice if you want to take advantage of that. He's on this list in the participants, James Francis. He works for us in Laramie.
Okay.
I'm free, so whenever you would like to work on it, or if I can help you in any way, just let me know.
Okay, definitely. I'll give you guys a call. I'm still working on it, and it's a work in progress.
No worries. You did a good job.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, boss, you're back up.
Great, thanks, Stephanie. Now we're looking for Kevin with heavy hand fencing. I think I saw him a minute ago. Hey,
Hello.
are you ready?
Yeah. Let me get everything ready here real quick.
I like your Eagles hat.
Thank you. Okay, hold on. So
Okay, we can see your background.
I don't know what I did. Every time.
No worries there. If you click on share screen, does it come up with many windows you can choose from?
No, it doesn't come with. It just has Chrome Launch Meeting, Desktop One, Whiteboard, iPad via AirPlay, via cable. That's about it.
Okay. Is like desktop one an option by chance?
No. Oh yeah. Yes.
Okay. And then can you click on your Chrome browser? I'm assuming that's where you're running it from.
Yeah.
There we go. And then click on the heavy hand fencing tab.
To the right there.
Yep.
Ask Kyle. We do this like every time we get on this computer.
Yeah. Perfect. And then if you want to click that present. Yeah.
Okay.
You want to click that present up there next to that yellow share. or whatever works for you.
Okay.
On the right, upper right corner, so you see a yellow box that says share. Next to it, it says present.
Up
No,
a little bit.
up above, further, and then left, and then straight down. See that present?
To the right. To the right.
Okay.
No,
One more.
there you go. There.
Okay.
Click on that. Perfect.
Okay. Are we ready?
And mute your video too if you want.
You say, Kyle? Or
You can mute your video or not have your video showing while you're presenting.
I went ahead and turned your video off for you.
okay, so I'm not you can't see me.
Yep. Can't see at the moment, no.
Okay. Are we all ready? All righty. My name is Kevin Goggles. I'm owner operator of Hairband Fencing. And I started my business because of the high demand for local fencing company in Fremont County and Winter Reservation. After I started talking to a few farmers, ranchers, and a member of Rapo Ranch. And mostly they talked about was overgrazing, loose cattle, water contamination, and also overgrazing, property boundaries, and also theft and accidents. Here's a few pictures I have of going to work. Actually, the other day I have pictures of some bulls that were loose on the road. And you can, as you can see, there's a couple fences down that they got out of. I didn't stop to get them in again. There was already a cop down the road with his lights on coming up to see them. So there's a couple pictures anyway right there. My main products and services are security fences, rangeland fencing, commercial and residential. For the security fencing, I usually do businesses, schools, stuff like that. Rangeland, I usually would like to do BLM rangeland, Rapo Ranch. Out there has a lot of fencing. The commercial, just also commercial and residential for picket fences, stuff like that. Wood privacy, commercial mainly for your businesses, like I said. My customers who I'm targeting right now are Rapo Ranch, the horse sanctuary out here, run by Dwayne Oldham, and Double D Ranch, BLM Range Management, tribal governments. I'm trying to at least get some jobs that I see that they need fencing around and repair and maintenance. Also the farmers and ranchers, that's kind of my main target customer. Homeowners, as well as commercial, like I said, schools, businesses. My markets and segmentation, I still have to work on that. I already have some things in mind. I just have to put it in writing right now. My competition is BNF out of Hudson, Wishbone Fencing out of Sundance, Blue Sky Fencing out of Pavilion, and I've also seen a lot of Casper, Cheyenne, and Denver fencing companies around here that usually get the big contracts and bids. Also, people building their own fences, like homeowners and stuff like that. They usually hire somebody or just whoever to put up their fences. Local general contractors, contractors also. They also have people doing their own people doing fences for their own company. So that I would like to try to get a small contract with maybe them. My marketing and strategies are using the website, getting a Facebook. I'm in the process of getting business cards. Like I said, I was talking to a few board members about their fencing and range management and trying to talk to some of them people just to get a better idea or where the need for fencing is right now. Write a capability statement and take them to local contractors and stuff like that. So maybe they can put me down as a subcontractor. I have brochures and stuff like that I'm working on right now. And I'll have that here probably next week. My revenue model right now is mainly to get fencing contracts. Getting good bids, getting a fair price on price per foot. I'm doing a lot of maintenance repair for farmers and ranchers and homeowners, whoever needs repair on their fences. I see a lot of people around that have broken fences or torn down fences that need repair. That's mainly my main revenue model. My cash flow and profit loss of I don't have the slide up right now, but I would make a 10% profit margin, and from the business I would bring in 20K at least annual net profit for the year. My timeline and scope of work, I was founded in this year, 2020. I'm working on getting my SAMs, and hopefully I will get a small contract with Rapo Ranch to do some fencing. And also I got a few more people that I have to go see on bids. I mean, not bids, on quotes and stuff like that. And that's about all I have for today. Thank you.
Okay, Kevin, you're short. You're like 7 minutes long. So you can tell a much more detailed story about what you're trying to do, what kind of bids you're trying to do. Did that last slide you show? You said 20 wait list by mid-April. It's past mid-April. Do you have 20 on your wait list?
No, I don't. I wish I did.
How many you got on your wait list?
6.
That's still 6.
Yep.
That's not 0. So I'd actually say that you've got 6 contracts written, and you're trying to continue to fill your pipeline. Who's doing your sales for you? Is that you too?
That's me.
Do you have time in the day to do both?
No, I don't actually. I'm working for facilities and maintenance, and people have been stopping by to ask me if I was starting a fence business actually, and I told them I was, and they kind of just asked me to come look at their quotes or their fences so I could give them a quote. And I've had quite a few actually come to see me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what would it take to make you go full time doing that?
Well, actually, startup money, I would like to at least get a trailer, a Bobcat, and a 4-wheeler. If I had those 3 things, I'd go full time all year long. All I need is a Bobcat, you know.
Is that part of your cash flow statement that you weren't able to show here?
Yeah, I got a Bobcat rental on there for now.
Okay, and you've been working with Sarah on that?
I'm working with Kyle.
Kyle on that. Okay. So we need to get that imported into this slide deck, and you should talk through it. It's important.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Other comments from people?
I'll chime in again. Sounds to me like you got a lot on your plate with just running the company. So I'll offer you the same thing. If you want any help, any assistance, I'm totally here to help you out. Love to.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
So I like the crisp font. One of the things that you could work on is just a little bit better, a little bit different colors instead of black and white. It's okay. I'd also put this heavy hand fencing at the end, so you don't have to go back to it. So leave it where you have it, duplicate it, put it on the last slide as well, so that people see your logo when you start and they see it when you finish. You understand?
Yeah, I do, sir.
Yep. Because this is part of this is to get your name out there for anybody who might be watching from the res on the 30th, which is a good thing.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to work on my my speech right now. I didn't do very good today on talking, so I'm gonna try to work on that a little bit.
You're okay, but you have a lot of space. You have a lot of time space. So tell a little bit more story about. Tell about yourself a little bit more. I mean, that's totally fine. That you've been in this business for quite a while, and it still is a problem. You see fences down all the time. The pictures of the cattle out on the road was really great. Yeah, perfect. I imagine you see that stuff all the time.
Yeah, I do actually.
So say so.
Okay, I will, sir. Yeah, I'll have a way better one next Saturday. I just been kind of busy too, busy all day, then tired. I mean, I know everybody else is too, but.
Yeah, well, you're actually working for a living, so you're trying to do this too. That's why I asked you what it would take to make you go full time. So how much money are you looking for from the Wind River Startup Challenge?
Well, I hate to say it like this, but all of it.
Yeah. What could you do something significant with part of it?
I'd like to actually get a 4-wheeler. It would actually help me with walking, hauling my tools, and there's just a lot of fence line that I have to walk.
Do you have a truck right now?
I have a truck. I do, yes, sir.
Yeah, but you don't have a trailer yet.
But I don't. Yeah, I have a friend's trailer, I guess, but I don't have my own trailer. But like right now, the problem is just the 4-wheeler. If I had that, I can get a lot more done and a lot further. And because sometimes you can't just get right into the field. You have to walk to the.
Yeah. So maybe Kyle can embellish here, but in your net profit, do you also have in costs for getting a larger trailer to be able to haul a Bobcat and a 4-wheeler on it?
Yes, I have the trailer and the 4-wheeler down on there.
In the cash flow statement, and you still make 20K net profit. Okay, that's really good. Those are really good numbers, especially for first year in operation. Yeah, awesome.
Thanks.
Hi, Kevin.
So no. Oh, go ahead, Veronica.
I was just going to say one idea I have for your presentation would be to start at the beginning and talk about your experience and your history with fencing. And then at the end, talk about where you want to see yourself in a year or 5 years. I think like a really aspirational statement at the end would be really good for you.
Okay.
That'd be great. I agree. Be great.
All right, go ahead, Kyle.
Oh, so we just had the assumptions we made are things we had for the pricing. We built the equipment rental into the cost of goods sold, and then the specific ask or startup costs is a trailer that he found and a 4-wheeler.
Cool.
And the the assumption was 20 miles of fence per year, which Kevin told me he can do that without breaking a sweat.
Easy.
How about if you hire some young kid who just wants to get all bulked up and is willing to do that, 12 hours a day?
I
How
got a
much could you-
crowbar.
How much fence could you do if you hired somebody?
Oh, I could do triple that. Easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I agree with Veronica. Then put that into your aspirational goals of what you see yourself doing after year 1, year 2, and year 3.
Okay.
Maybe you've got 2 crews after year 3.
That's my dream, is to have two crews. You know that?
Okay, so say so. Because that's that's besides you, that's 5, 4 or 5 guys.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
That's a big deal on res, right? That's good pay, and that's what people want to see. That's what the judges want to see. Your leverage on economic impact in the region, in the area.
Yeah, I should have said that too, because I think like even a lot of young guys, young men, that's a kind of a young man's job to do most of that labor work. I think it would that's why I want to do it too, is, for hire people, whoever needs jobs, and mostly young men getting out of high school, or, young men that are in high school that can work for the summer.
Yeah, and then you're just pricing the jobs out, right? You're getting
Yeah.
paid the big bucks for doing that. It's perfect.
Yeah. That's my plan.
Okay, so I think that was a really good suggestion by Veronica. Say where where you want to be in year 1, year 2, and 3, and then maybe adjust that cash flow model to reflect that over 3 years instead of just the first year. Kyle, you
Okay.
down with helping them do that?
Of course.
Totally. Okay. James could help you too. James has done this sort of stuff before as well. Or tag team with Kyle.
For sure, we're actually just having a little side conversation about the rental of your skid steer, because they're such a high capital asset to start with, right? A lot of places that I've worked, just as a small tidbit, and then we can move on. They rent those full time, 100% of the time, only because then the rental service takes on the maintenance costs, and you know how much those things can break down. They blow a hydraulic line, whatever, and so that they don't try to purchase those skid steers, and they just full on all the time rent them. So we can talk about all that other stuff offline, but love to help you.
Okay.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay, boss, it's back to you.
All right, great job, Kevin. I'm excited to see where it goes. Next up is Taylor, and I'm really excited about this one. So is Taylor ready?
Yes, I am. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Sorry, I was having technical difficulties earlier.
That's okay. Are you ready?
Sure, I think so.
Okay, awesome.
Okay. I think there's like a present button here. Okay, so I'll just introduce myself. My name is Taylor Bell. The problem on the reservation is that there isn't enough Native-owned businesses on the reservation and Indian country in general. I'm Taylor Bell, the future founder of Taylor B's Tees LLC, and I'm looking to provide a t-shirt company that would feature mainly talented Native youth making a positive impact in our community. My company would allow custom t-shirts supporting individuals and can be used for any occasion, whether that be birthdays or a basketball game. It's so much more than just a t-shirt company. With the success of my company can come great rewards for those making a positive difference on the reservation, thus propelling more and more youth to make the right choice in making a better community. So like I said, the problem, I just feel like we need more support and recognition. To me, an example is that a lot of people will go off to college, but then they'll drop out. And I feel like either if we do know how to support them, maybe we don't know how to support them enough in order for them to be successful. So I feel like that's where I come in, because I feel like no one's really willing to do that. So I'm kind of using myself as an outlet, like, hey, I'm here, you know, I've been through the college process. I know what it's like to not, you know, to feel like you're alone. But, you know, I just want people, especially Native youth, to realize that they can accomplish their dreams. Anything's possible if they, you know, are willing to work for it. And I just feel like we need more recognition. I feel like living on the reservation, we're like cast in the shadows, or nobody knows about us, or we're hardly taught in schools. So it's just like a lack of education too. But I just feel like people treat the reservation like it's a different planet or something, when really it's just the same as everywhere else. And yeah, so I just want to change that. I just want to make more recognition. I feel like, you know, the things that people do know about the reservation or through the news and stuff, I feel like it's kind of negative. So I just want to change that and show like the positivity and show support for the people that are making a positive impact. The product and services that I would offer would be mainly t-shirts in the beginning, but I feel that with a lot of success, I could expand to obviously clothing, sweats, whatever, leggings, hoodies, stickers, you know, you name it, coffee mugs. That's what I would offer in the beginning. But the majority of my customers that I want to focus on is fans, and that would include family members. I also have 3 different types of customers that I forgot to add into this slide, but they would be like sports fans. So obviously if you're like a Chiefs fan, or, you know, just somewhere from our local district, high schools or whatever, I would make shirts for that. I can make business shirts. So I'd want to do like collaborations or like promote other businesses. So like if they were to sponsor me, I could put, their business on a t-shirt. And a third, I guess, segment would be like tourist shirts that featured like local Native artists. So people that come to visit the reservation, if they wanted a souvenir, they could buy a shirt like that would feature, like an artwork that they chose to do. And then for my markets and segmentation, I included family, fans, athletes, activists, artists, and other businesses. So like activists obviously would be people that like care about a cause, whether it be like the water, like No Dapple, or one that I want to bring awareness to is like the missing murdered Indigenous woman. So I think it would be cool to bring awareness through shirts, just to get support behind that. And eventually artists that would want, to feature their artwork through shirts, I would try to do that. And like I said, other businesses, so like sponsorships or just collaborations or promotion. And my main goal is to feature athletes. So I forgot to put pictures noticing the other people, the detailing. But I made a prototype, so I don't know if you can see it. This is my nephew. His name is Peter. He runs cross country for Wyoming Indian High School. So this is like my main goal. Like I said, family or fans, people that support. We have a big fan base for the Chiefs and stuff. But then back here, I would feature Instagram, Facebook, and his Snapchat. And then I just have another one here. And this is actually my niece, and her name is Sandy Friday. And she's a 2-time back-to-back state champion winner, I guess. Basketball player, and I know that. So that's just a prototype. And then I have the one of my niece who also plays basketball, but she doesn't have any socials. So that's just another prototype that I have, but that's the main idea of my main focus, I guess, for my business. And obviously my competition would be shirts and more. And and they're located in Lander and Casper. They do more than just shirts too. They also they wrap your car, they make banners, I'm pretty sure that's it. And then Stitches, same thing. They offer a wide variety of clothing. They offer beanies, caps. It goes beyond just t-shirts. And then Black Mountain Embroidery. Obviously they focus more on embroidery, but they also sell like t-shirts and, you know, their own merchandise or items of clothing. And then Snow Deep Designs, they're located in Lander, and they offer, I think, workshops, and they're looking to, I read on her website, she's looking to provide like kind of like parties and where you could, I guess, screen print your own t-shirts. So I think those are really, that's a good idea. For my marketing strategy, I would utilize social media and online distribution. We kind of talked earlier about kind of having like shirts pre-made. So like, you know, to launch, just start small with like maybe 50 shirts and have them ready before the start of the season, you know, mostly basketball. And then I would be there at those events, those games, and I would sell the shirts just to get, I guess, the word out. And I would want to do giveaways. I would want to do like raffles. I would want to do like the t-shirt cannon. So, you know, just to get the word out there. I would take advantage of the playoffs, especially the rival games on the reservation, and championships. So that's my sales and channels. I'd kind of want to do like a brand story. So I'd kind of want to do like, I guess, like a mini documentary. If a athlete was willing, I would feature that on, you know, a YouTube. I would start a YouTube channel. I'd feature it on my YouTube or my website. I would look to structure a deal with either Walmart or the Central Wyoming College Bookstore. There's a lot of outdoor stores. So the Wind River Outdoor Company, Wild Iris Mountain Sports, Organic Peak Sports, the Wyoming Outdoor Gear Exchange, The Good Place. So I would look to kind of structure a deal within local stores in Fremont County, whether that be here on the reservation, such as like the Wind River Trading Post in Fort Washakie, or, you know, either in Lander or Riverton, so that my merchandise could be sold in those places as well. I would personally deliver the shirts myself. So, you know, if you were just local or, you know, within range, I would just personally deliver a shirt to you. I'd also do direct to consumer. I would mail it, either, you know, whether you buy it, you know, off the website or Instagram or Facebook, or I would be willing to mail it to you, or if you were, you know, really far away. And then with the social media, I would create an Instagram business account page, so I could feature the merchandise and you can buy it through there. And I would create just like a Facebook page so that I can market my business. And then for my revenue model, I'd eventually want to focus on supporting local artists. So if they were to come to me and say, you know, I want to get my name out there, can I, you know, make whatever 75 shirts with my artistry on there, can I have you print that? You know, you could offer me that promotion, that marketing. I could just structure a deal that way, you know, like give them a commission. Like I said, I'd want to offer like sponsorships or receive sponsorships for certain events, whether that's basketball games or, you know, any event really. I would want to do with it kind of like micro scholarships. We talked about, you know, kind of like in the 5% range would go to scholarships. Another idea I think that would be cool for the money would be like if a kid was like a scholar, support scholars too. And let's say they got like a 4.0 or something. With the money that I make, I would like give them some kind of reward, like a cash reward, or buy them like an iPhone, or, you know, just to make kids want to try harder. Kids want to be like, well, I can do that. So I want to get good grades so I can get, you know, a reward or whatever of some sort. And then the people that would work with, I would make them pay for the shirts and the promotion, obviously. The shirts that I would sell in bulk to like families or whatever, I could have them pay ahead of time so that when they get their shirts, they could do whatever they want to do with them. Like we said, we talked about fulfilling purchase orders and contracts, especially with school before the start of school. If we could structure a deal that way, you know, be like, who do you go to get your shirts or your merchandise, your sweaters for track, or, you know, your t-shirts for basketball when you warm up. And if I could somehow provide that locally, or even at a better discount, maybe, that's an idea we talked about, where I could bring the money in. We're still working on this, but I can show you guys what I got if that's okay. So far, me and Kyle kind of just worked on, we kind of just estimated the revenue. So this is what it looks like projected for, you know, if we sold 20 per month, 10 per month, or 5, and at different rates. This is the cost of goods sold. This is the profit margin. These are just kind of the things we looked over for like monthly expenses. And I would be doing all of this, I guess, on my own. And if I were able to, I would bring in, I guess, an employee. That's just kind of for later. So anyways, I'm trying to go back to my presentation. Okay. And then, so this timeline and scope of work, we kind of talked about kind of launching soon. For the Arapaho tribe, we have a Sundance in July. That's our Arapaho New Year. And so we were thinking of making like maybe like Sundance 2020 shirts. So soon, I guess. And if not, we'd look, you know, looking kind of more towards like September, October, around basketball season when sports start up this year. And then eventually, I want to say soon, so maybe around that same exact time, September, October 2020, I'd like to get a website going. And then, you know, maybe like a year or 2 from now, I think it would be cool. Me and Kyle talked about the Wrsc 2020, or I'm not sure what it's called, but they do like this big convention in Las Vegas, and it's a lot of natives, a lot of different businesses and companies. So I think that would be really cool to try to go there and have my own booth and try to get my my company out there and just get more exposure, I guess. I first had this idea when I watched, his name is Ty Lopez. He offered a free webinar on like a consulting business and how that's important and how that's a well in demand industry. And so I'm not sure the month, but I'm sure it was 2016. And one of the things they talked about that would kind of be, I guess, easy to scale is a t-shirt company. So that's kind of how it was born. And then the more I thought about it, the more, you know, I knew I've always known I wanted to be an entrepreneur since like 6 years ago. And I finally started going to college last fall for entrepreneurship. And so the idea came to me. I thought, you know, the problem is there's not enough support. And I want to put Native Americans on, like how, you know, we're just kind of like the least recognized minority. There's like, you know, like the first Black president or the first Latino scientist, or that's a woman, or I want I want that for us. I want that for Native Americans. And so I just thought, how could I get there? And I just thought we could support each other through merchandise. We could support the future, which is the younger generations, and we could be there for them. And so they'll want to go to college, they'll want to follow their dreams. And eventually I can expand if, you know, done well, I can expand to other reservations, and it wouldn't even just have to be natives. We could support, you know, local artists in Riverton, in Lander, in Shoshone, that aren't natives, but that are making a positive impact within our community. And so, yeah, that's pretty much it. Any questions or feedback?
Thanks, Taylor. You made a lot of good progress on the slide deck from even just
you.
Tuesday when we saw it last.
Thank
A
you.
couple of things. The financial page needs to be really truncated to be small and
Okay.
embedded. So just a few numbers. If it gets too complicated, people just don't read it, and they don't know what you're showing them. There's too much there.
Okay.
So that needs to be cleaned up a little bit. The words on this timeline there's too many of them. If you do decide to keep words as opposed to an actual graphic, I would make it into bullet points with only like 4 words on each bullet. You know what I mean by that?
Yes.
Yep.
Very, very concise.
And I loved that you Megan said this too before she had to go, but love that you made samples. What I would like you to do though is take images of those with your phone and then just import them into the presentation.
Okay.
Because when you held them up, we couldn't hear you anymore. It blocked the microphone.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you didn't know that, right? How would you know, right? You were talking, you could hear yourself. So, but as opposed, and your image is very small on screens. So it's better if you could, you know,
Right.
put a couple
Blow it
images
up.
in there. Yeah, blow it up and put it right in the presentation. Other than that, you know, I thought it went pretty well. I think you were on time for the most part. So nice job.
Thank you.
Hi, Taylor. I
Hello.
really liked your general message and your main why, like, why am I doing this? And I think that
Yeah.
you have such a good message there. I think it would be really awesome if you could sit down and think about it and write like a 3-sentence mission statement.
Okay.
And for the last slide, have that be your slide, because I think it's such a strong argument for what you're doing that should be like the last thing people hear.
Right. That's kind of the why me. No, that's good. Thank you. I'll do that.
And another thing is, I think Kyle was telling me about how you're going to utilize some resources that already exist.
Yeah.
I think it would be cool to hear a little bit about that and about how your startup costs aren't as much as they could be, and you're going to be able to get started right away.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a really good argument for you as well.
Okay.
But great job. I really liked it, and I love your
Thank
argument,
you.
your main mission. I think it's a really good idea.
Thank you. Yeah, that's the main goal. That's the overall goal.
Any other questions?